What's the harm of feeling bad about yourself? So there was a year, 2017, where I said, called it every day, Steve. And I was like, I'm going to go to the gym every day of 2018, I believe it was. And I'm not going to tell you what happened because I think you know. but I want to ask the question, what is the harm of setting a huge goal and then failing and feeling bad about yourself?
You know, there's a lot of different versions of like what builds confidence, but I think one of those things is keeping the promises you make to yourself, right? And also just doing the thing you said you were going to do. And that's why I tell people like, hey, for me, if I say I'm going to go 4 or 5 times a week, that's not a problem. Because for me, it takes discipline to keep me out of the gym, right? Like I love that. That's fun for me. But if you're somebody who hasn't been going, just start with something. Like, I'm not saying don't be ambitious overall, but you have to build confidence in increments, right? Like, so for example, I'm going to go back to my own personal experience. In 2015, I set a world squat record, 668 pounds at 205-pound bodyweight class. But when I first started lifting, I was horrible at squats. I've got long legs. I am, in fact, one of the world powerlifting coaches looked at the video of my squat and said, I don't know how you did that. And squats were very intimidating to me. I would get really scared trying to do it. My back would hurt, you know, all these sorts of things. You know, eventually I ended up squatting 668 pounds. But the first time I went in the gym, I wasn't able to do it. The first 5 years, 10 years, I couldn't even imagine that, right? And one of the things I tell people about confidence is I thought if I squatted that amount of weight, 400 or 500 pounds would feel easy. It still feels heavy. I just got better at handling it, right? And I kind of use that euphemism for life, that analogy for life, because life doesn't get easier, but you can get better at handling those things. And the confidence that I built to be able to do that came through the repetition, doing it over and over and over again. And that's what people need. The problem is they don't get the repetition in because they do things like you were talking about, which is they start it'd be like me going in the gym my first time saying, I'm going to squat 400 pounds. I'm going to get crumpled into a heap, right? But if I do what I can do at the time and slowly build that confidence, that can wind up in me doing something that I never thought possible for myself.